to come in. Before I walked in, I just knew that it was going to be a great home, and it is. And I have my own reasons on why I think you might love this home. But I want to know from you, what was it about this home that made you want to buy it?
Just it fit all our criteria.
Yeah,
It was
after looking at 90-some homes, this one fit all the criteria. We wanted a little bit of country by the green belt behind us. We wanted fewer neighbors than more. This only has 2 neighbors that you can barely see. It had the RV access that I was really happy about because we had a competition ski boat and a couple of collector vehicles.
Okay.
The school district was incredible for the girls. All their plays and schooling and soccer and all the different programs that were going on. They could walk to school or ride their bike, either way. Go ahead.
Yeah, it fit everything that we need as far as it's not too big, but it's big enough, and the privacy, and we just come out, have a glass of wine, and enjoy it back here. You know, it's we wouldn't be leaving, but the girls are gone, and they live across the country, and it's just the 2 of us, and another family needs to be here, and it's going to be tough because I told you I was going to cry.
This home has meant a lot to you.
Well, we got a lot of memories here.
This is the longest either one of us in our lifetimes have lived in any one place. So,
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
17 years,
17
I think it was, right?
Yeah, so
Well, let's change pace a bit.
Okay.
Speaking of, you mentioned, having room to fit, right? And I know the RV access is part 2, but didn't you have like 17 things inside of your garage at one point in time? Or
almost.
Yeah.
how many cars can you fit in this garage?
So it's only a 3-car garage, but at one time we had the competition ski boat in there, a truck to pull it, and then our collector Z in there, and then lastly her car to get back and forth to work, and lastly we have a collector motorcycle. So there was 5 vehicles in a 3-car garage, and the neighbors in and around the area said, "How do you guys do that?"
Can you guys tell me about a favorite moment that you've had in this home?
You know, anytime we think about, we were talking about that earlier, and it's like everything kind of blends together. You know, all our moments have been, I mean, there's been bad times, everybody has that, but just
How about the other day when I caught you standing at the bottom of the stairs and you're looking up, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Well, I just remember when Casey came down, she was ready to go to prom, so
yeah,
that
or
kind of stuff."
you know, Christmas morning, the kids coming down the stairs, being down there early, that kind of stuff. Or Todd and Jamie came over, nobody else showed up, and it was just the 4 of us. That's our sister-in-law and his brother. And we moved all the furniture out of the front room, and we made it a dance floor, and we had our own little party.
Well, there's definitely room
There's
to have
plenty
a
of
dance.
room in there, yeah.
That's
For sure. And
Yeah.
the staircase, I can see that's a total prom staircase. Like
Yes.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
So
And Thanksgivings, and there's plenty of room for all our family. Ken's one of 5, and
then, in the girls with sports, Casey, we had a basketball hoop in the front yard in the street court
years.
there for years.
Yeah.
And it was cool because there's no traffic at the end of the court. The only reason you come down this court is because you live here. So
Yeah.
there's no traffic.
And then at 4th of July, all the neighbors with their kids, everybody lines their chairs up around the end of the court, and everybody contributes with the fireworks and sit out there.
Wow.
Party,
Yeah.
So this neighborhood, the neighbors, it must be pretty tight.
The neighbors are awesome.
Yeah,
like we were talking about, you only can pick your neighbors when you move. And if you get lucky and hit the jackpot, and this is a jackpot court, it's the best. You can't pick a better place to live. That's why it's going to be
how about the other night? We were asleep, and our neighbor pulls up to the house next door, and at midnight notice our garage door open. So he comes over and pushes the button and shuts our garage door for us.
Yeah.
So
It's just
stuff like that.
yeah.
There's one more thing.
Okay.
Um, what features? I mean, okay. So you have this large lot. You have RV access. You have a pool. You back up to open space. I mean, it feels like the country out here. You have, you know, a dog.
A dog.
You have awesome neighbors.
Yes.
The home has been refinished. I mean, the home looks amazing.
Thank you.
Next, what is your absolute favorite feature of this home?
I would say just the privacy, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I mean, the
privacy, yeah.
The layout of the home is great, but I would say the privacy to when you get home, if you don't want to hang out with anybody, no matter how great your neighbors are, you come home and it's just, you got nothing
like a
else.
park back here.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
so, I would say that's
Yeah, that's probably it.
one of our,
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your story and for sharing your story on camera.
yeah.
You know, I'm excited for the next family that takes over this home.
Us too. We hope
Yeah.
that whoever moves in, that they love it like we did,
Yeah,
because
start making their own memories.
there isn't
yeah.
anything bad about this house.
Yeah.
There is nothing
Yeah.
negative about living here, in our opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I believe it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I said, if the girls were still here, we'd stay.
Yeah.
But they're not, and it's time for another family to love it as much as we do.
Fantastic.